Why can't the girls from America's Next Top Model use the photos that they take on the show in their portfolio to help them get jobs after the show's ended? There's a good reason for this, and I'll explain why in this video. I'm a professional photographer, and I've been working with models and agencies for many years now. My photos have been in a lot of models' portfolios over the years, so I'll show you guys a few of those. I know what it takes to get photos in a model's book. So when I watch America's Next Top Model and I see the photos that they're taking, I know immediately whether or not they will be used or could be usable in a model's book. And a lot of the time the answer is no. Let's start off with what is a model book / portfolio. What's in this thing? Why is it so important? A model's portfolio is a collection of images that the model has taken that show off her posing, can show off her look, how versatile she is, in order for her to get future jobs. So if she's at a casting, she might take her model book and show the casting director if the agency is trying to pitch her for like a job, for like a beauty campaign. She takes a model book with her. She takes her images with her, or just a headshot, a comp card. It's called a comp card. She takes comp card with her. You know, they look at all these images and use those images in order to decide whether they want to book this girl for a major campaign or a brand or an editorial. So these pictures are very important to a model's career and to them getting jobs. It's basically a model version of a resume, which leads to the big question about America's Next Top Model's photo shoots. Why are those not usable? The photo shoots they do in America's Next Top Model are meant to shock, are meant to push boundaries, in my opinion. So I don't think that they benefit the model in any way. I mean, just off the top of my head, there was one where they had the girls dress up as animals. Okay, terrible animal, cheap animal costumes, standing on top of an alligator that was allegedly drugged, holding a bottle of lotion. The girls were in a giant bowl of Greek salad and they were pouring olive oil over themselves for a photo shoot. Again, just not usable in a model's book. It's just such a weird, over-the-top kind of concept. I mean, you're posing with a block of feta cheese, a giant block of feta cheese. Personally, I don't like feta cheese to begin with. They do some of the craziest photo shoots I've ever seen. One thing I see a lot that ruins the photo shoot right away is when they bring in male models or other models to pose with the girls. The reason you don't want that, especially for your portfolio, is because the focus should be on you. But when you're bringing in random people, then the focus, like, what if one model is outshining you in your own picture? Okay, you don't want to present a picture with models who might be doing a better job than you. And then maybe you just hope that they will book you for the job. Maybe they see that picture and they want to book the model that's standing next to you, posing next to you. So not a good idea to be posing with other models. Some agencies don't even allow their models to pose with other agency models. If it's for a test shoot, if it's for a campaign, I'm sure it's different. But for the most part, if it's for a model book, you usually don't want other people in your picture. It's kind of like highlighting the other skills of someone else in your own resume. Like, oh, Bradley helped me do this. He's brilliant. Oh, he's so smart. He helped me do this one job and we successfully completed it. You want to be highlighting your own skills and talents, not other people, because you want to get the job. They'll always have a good concept and then they'll be like, okay, and you're going to be posing with 17 guys today. Okay, and they're going to be shirtless. And they ruin it every time. Another thing is that they always do too much with the hair and makeup. A lot of the times you want your natural features to show as a model in your model book. It's not like you shouldn't be wearing makeup in the pictures, but it should be light. It should be natural for your model portfolio. Now, it's okay to do something more creative. I've seen model books where they have, creative makeup look, but it still shows the model's natural features. Like, it's not overwhelming the model. I mean, again, they did a Circus Freaks photo shoot where they literally gave, I think, Carrie D like an elephant nose, and they made one of the girls have facial hair. You don't want stuff like that in your book. You want to show off your natural beauty, your natural features. Things like too much contouring, eyelashes, like fake eyelashes, crazy hair, and just too much makeup in general doesn't really go well with a model's portfolio. I remember when I showed a model agency in Chicago my portfolio, the first thing the booker said to me was, it's just a little bit too much makeup, too much contouring and the lashes. And at the time, I thought that was what they wanted. I had no idea. So afterwards, I had to nicely tell my makeup artist, no more contouring. And she didn't really like that because That's just like the style. And at one point, I even did no makeup for a lot of my photo shoots. I just had the girls come barefaced, a little bit of mascara, and we had some really good photo shoots like that. It was better than when they had a lot of makeup on. The next thing is over retouching, which I see a lot of on America's Next Top Model. A lot of dodge and burning. The skin is just, I don't see a single pore in sight. So sometimes that's not really a good thing, because then it doesn't even look realistic. So toning down retouching is really gonna be helpful, because it's okay for you to do retouching, by the way. I'm not saying don't retouch, because I retouch my pictures, okay? But doing too much retouching to where it looks just cartoony is not good. My friend who's a model one time told me she did a photo shoot with a really well-known photographer that when she got her pictures back, she's like, it didn't even look like me. She made her eyes bigger, her nose smaller. She changed the shape of her jaw. Photos like that are not usable in a model's book because it no longer looks like the actual model. So you never want to misrepresent your look to any brand, and so a lot of agencies won't add those pictures in your book if it's overly retouched, or you're literally manipulating facial features or body, anything, any type of liquefying is just not gonna go well in a model book. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to be changing facial features or liquefying to the point where it doesn't even look like the person that you shot. The photo shoot they always do and the girls can never use is the nude photo shoot from America's Next Top Model. The second I see this photo shoot, I know it's not going to be used in the book. Personally, I have never seen them, any agencies, use implied nude or anything like that in a girl's model portfolio. I've seen bikini, nice lifestyle shoots of bikinis. I think that's fine, but implied nude or nude photos never would be used in a model's book. And to me are completely useless, do not benefit the girls in any way. I just watched a photo shoot that America's Next Top Model did. The very first photo shoot was a nude photo shoot, and a lot of these girls that are trying out for the show just turned 18 years old. They are both 18 years old. It's not going to help them in any way. No agency is going to use those photos in a model book. And I'm just talking about test shoots, okay? If it's a campaign, if it's for a brand, go for it. And if the model is comfortable, there's no problem, absolutely no problem. But will nude photo shoots benefit an upcoming model or someone who aspires to become a professional model? No, they will not. And that's just my professional opinion. I think it's completely fine if you consent to it, if you're being paid, if you like the concept, if you like the photographer, if your agency, talks to you and approves it. I think those are fine. But to spring on a model this idea of a nude photo shoot when they didn't consent to it prior, I don't like and I don't agree with, and you should absolutely not do as a photographer. Just tell your model what kind of concept you're thinking, send them a mood board, and just see what they say and make sure you guys are both on the same page. I think there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of agencies require you to send a mood board of what kind of shoot you're thinking of doing so that they can approve it or not. Because again, there's shoots that they don't want you doing with their models. And sometimes they will just say, no, we don't like this idea. Do you have something else in mind? You have to get it approved by the agency. So that's just something you should keep in mind. Have a mood board, have an idea, put it through your model or put it through the agency and make sure they're okay with it. Controversial topics, sensitive subjects, costumey outfits, stuff like that won't make it in a model's book. Now, occasionally they will add in maybe a tear sheet. So that means if a model did this big editorial with Vogue or this big magazine, maybe they will have the cover that the model was in their model book to kind of show off that their model did this big publication, and they'll have a page from the editorial where she's wearing something crazy. But again, it's just to show off that, hey, my model was chosen to be a part of this big editorial. Look at how amazing she is. So it's sort of more just showcasing her talent and showing that she was chosen by really big publications. Those are the times where I do see more creative, exaggerated photo shoot looks on the models. Let's play a little game, okay? I'm going to show you 2 pictures I've taken. I want you to guess which one was used in the model's portfolio. I'm going to give you a second. If you guess the photo to the right, you would be right. This one was used in a model's portfolio. Let's do one more example. Here are 2 other photos. Can you guess which one was used in a model's portfolio? Any guesses? Okay. The photo to the left was used in a model's portfolio. But can you tell the differences of the photos that are used in a model's book versus the ones that they probably wouldn't use in a model's book? Now, not every photo shoot that the show does has to be for portfolio use. I definitely see the need for creative shoots that the girls enjoy but may not be usable in a book, which I think is totally fine. Doing every photo shoot for a model portfolio would just be boring. So yes, I love seeing the creative photo shoots from the show. But for the majority of the photo shoots to not be usable means these girls will most likely have to rebuild an entire portfolio after they've just finished being on a modeling show. And that takes time, energy, and money. Basically, the concepts are just too crazy. There's too much makeup, there's costumes, there's random animals, random models in these pictures, which make it hard for the pictures to be used in a model book. And I really hope I explained that the best I can. I think because I've been doing this for so long, I don't even think twice about it. I'm like, oh yeah, of course. But I do think it's interesting to explain why a lot of these pictures can't be used. So I hope it was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.